which deck will win?
I'll let chat kind of think about it for a second. So this is a Devoted Devastation deck. It is just green-white. It is not the older version, which included black, which I think is like several years old at this point. Notably, Greg is not playing Collected Company in his list. We spoke in between rounds, and he is exploring Oath of Nissa, and this is the place to explore builds like this. Greg's feeling that Oath of Nissa is powerful enough to basically act as a ponder in this deck, and the tutor targets are now Court of Calling and Finale of Devastation, which have been real big hitters since the combo has been pulled down to to not include the black card that I can't remember anymore because it's been so
Bloodchasers.
long.
Is that the one you're talking about?
What was it?
Wait, which card are you talking about?
It was an Abzan Company deck, which it finished with
Oh,
Walking Ballista.
yeah, Siege Rhino? Is that everything else?
No, it's little. It does like a -1, one counter. It's
Oh,
so
I
old
don't
at
know.
this point,
I
but
don't know.
someone in chat will help me out, maybe. But I think I'm gonna give it to Devoted Devastation. Is my Devoted Druid? Thank you. Is my
Oh,
guess.
Devoted Druid. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Because I think this Oops I Win deck might be able to get in under the Stoneblade.
Gotcha. So chat is voting overwhelmingly so far for Orzhov Stoneblade. So we'll see how this
Mm-hmm.
goes. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna start the clock, and I will tell the players to start. You guys can start whenever you're ready. Good luck. And I think they heard me because they're moving.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. All right. So Tony's on the play. Tony got some kind of redemption against Mill.
Yeah.
um, I gotta. I don't make predictions myself in the chat. I don't think I'm even able to, but I don't know who wins here. I tend to just go for like, yeah, I don't know. This is tough.
The more interesting deck, the more different deck.
Yeah, but I mean, if I had to take my hard-earned money and actually like bet on this game, I don't know what I would bet on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But chat knows better than
Well,
I do
Devoted
usually.
Devastation is starting off with what it wants. It has got a mana dork
Hmm.
coming out, so that it will be able to. So this is something I'm looking at the list and thinking, okay, we'll see. Because when you have the mana dork, usually you're going to be ramping into a 3 mana something something. But I think in Greg's build, he's going to be on turn 2 casting Oath of Nissa plus, Eladrami's Call, Dustwalk, Dust Watch, Recruiter, oh my goodness, or something like that. I can't see Heliod Suncrown coming down on turn 2 because there's only a 1/of. That's a tutor target.
Right,
We'll see.
right. That's true.
No, Devoted Druid is the green one. I'm not going to remember what this card is. It's fine.
The Vizier? Are you thinking of the Vizier?
Vizier Seer. No, that's the white one. There's a black creature that was in this combo at one point, I swear.
Viscera Seer?
Oh yes, Viscera Seer. Not
Okay,
Vizier of Remedies, but yeah.
gotcha.
So here is a great start for Greg. He was able to go Noble Hierarch into Giver of Runes and Duskwatch Recruiter, but Tony got another great start. That Bitter Blossom on turn 2 is going to make a wall of blockers for everything that Greg's going to throw at him before he hits his combo.
Right, right. Now, I remember when this deck gets infinite mana
Mm-hmm.
with the Vizier of Remedies and Devoted Druid combo. You
Yeah.
go through your cycle through your entire deck with Dustwatch Recruiter and find Walking Ballista and make an infinite mana Walking Ballista and win the game that way.
Yep.
Um, I'm just explaining in case anybody watching doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. Skyclave Apparition takes it out though, so a 2/2
Yeah.
illusion is inbound if that leaves play.
Absolutely. And that's the core of the combo. The one-ofs also include Spellskite, which is a great way to protect the combo before you actually want to go off. I haven't
It
seen that
is.
included before.
I don't know if that's normal or if that's a Greg Berlin root thing, but um, and what card were you saying this? Oh, so this usually runs Collected Company, this deck, you think?
Yes. Yeah, these types of builds in the past have run Collective Company, and it's kind of an oops I win deck because then you can just
Mm-hmm.
oops I win into the combo. And well, speaking of two really important parts of the combo, the Vizier of Remedies and the Devoted Druid just hit the battlefield.
Oh, so he does have infinite mana now. As
hmm
soon as this is no
Nowhere to
longer
put it
summoning
yet.
sick.
Right. Nowhere to put it yet.
Interesting.
And it'll be interesting to see how Tony's deck could interact with this. I mean, he'll need to obviously kill one of the two here. Which one would you target if you had a targeted removal? Would you kill the Devoted Druid or the Vizier of Remedies first? Does it matter?
Um, well, let's look at open deck list here for a second. Okay,
Oh,
so
to
there
be
are
fair
four of
though,
each, so it's not like one
yeah.
or the other is going to be able to be replaced at any better rate.
You would actually
Uh,
need two. You would actually need two. I forgot that Giver of Ruins is on the battlefield, so it's going to be much harder to destroy one of them. But
mm, true. I guess. Oh, because the druid is summoning sick, you're saying, but I guess the druid makes the vizier have use that it wouldn't otherwise have. So
yeah, I think I generally target the
yeah,
Devoted Druid first. I don't know if that's correct, but the Giver of Ruins is
I
going to
guess it
make
is
that
because
harder.
I actually remember I actually misplayed this in a tournament when I wasn't
hmm
really familiar with this deck. It was just
Sure.
like a local evening magic thing. I killed the Vizier instead of the Devoted Druid, and they dropped another Vizier the next turn, and I was like, oh, right. I should have just killed the
Yeah.
stupid Druid. So I think Chad is right.
Now, the Tide Howl Sculler just revealed that Greg's hand was Finale of Devastation, which is a little rough. In terms of mana that Greg's gonna have, it's gonna be infinite, so he'll be able to go Finale of Devastation for a Duskwatch Recruiter, and then be able to go over his deck until he gets the Walking Ballista, make an infinite Walking Ballista, remove all the counters, and oops, I win, sort of.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
not an
Oops, I
oops when
win
it's
is where
not
we
off of
are.
Collective Company.
Yep.
I've definitely had times in my I don't know if this okay, I like this deck. I feel like how I'm about to explain it is gonna like make it seem like this deck isn't a skill deck because it 100% there's skill to every deck. But there are times in my Magic career where I've been frustrated with my decks in Modern. Been like, I just want a free win sometimes, I just want it to be a little easier sometimes, and you know this deck can be really nice to you, and I've been tempted to build it several times, and I haven't actually done it. Sorry.
but modern, being like a once or twice a month modern player, it feels like it's so much more. Like you can do, and we talked about this on a previous stream. You could do so many more things safely, like play mill, play, burn and mill are just not playable in Legacy. They're just not. Um,
Burn. I mean, I force it sometimes.
well, I should be more clear. Like in a competitive, serious tournament with real
Sure.
money on the line, like you're not going to register those decks and expect to do well. You can, but
Yeah.
you know, but in modern you can,
Right.
and that's what I
Absolutely.
like about modern.
IOK is going to show a Giver of Ruins, Duskwatch Recruiter, Oath of Nissa, Court of Calling, and 3 lands. I would be tempted to take the Giver of Ruins, but that really depends on Tony's hand.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Chad is right. Burn was competitive. Like there was a cheap mono red prowess deck running around too that you can win local events with too.
Yeah.
Um, all
Yep.
I'm trying
Yep.
to say though is like the variety of different things you can do in modern is just feels like you can do some kind of underpowered stuff and get away with it in modern, put it that way,
I think so.
which I like. I appreciate that.
So Tony went with the Oath of Nissa.
Yep. I do also like the rate at which new cards typically, I know the last 2 years are a little bit of an anomaly, but typically new cards get fed into modern and legacy at the same time, but Modern uses more of them, and I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get many more playables out of new sets than anything else, than any any other
Exactly.
Eternal format.
Hmm.
I mean, Pioneer's new, so that's maybe not a fair.
Yeah, I mean, Pioneer, every set that comes out, it's like dramatically changes the format in a way, which is
Yeah, I
in
would
kind of a
assume
different
so.
spot. But I've not
I'm
kept
really
up.
out of date on Pioneer.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah, I have not looked at Pioneer recently, and it makes me sad because I liked Pioneer a lot when it was, um,
Yeah,
you know,
I was just going
going to
over
the
my
shop time.
2020 Magic spending, and I finished buying my Pioneer deck on February 25th
Hmm.
because I keep track of all that stuff. So I think I played like a tournament in paper with my Pioneer deck before we locked down.
What did you build again?
No, I don't. Yeah.
What deck did you build for Pioneer? Can you hear me? Oh no, I lost you again. What is up with this?
Welcome back.
Okay, I'm
You
back.
are. Yeah.
Uh, is
So
that
Google
me?
Meets is bet. I think it's. I mean, I have my analytics, like my whole Wi-Fi going up and
Okay,
down. I'm gonna guess that Google Meet is quite um, data hungry,
okay, it's fine.
and we'll figure it
I was asking though after you finished talking about it, what Pioneer deck did you build?
out. I have Niv-to-Light. I wanted
Oh,
to
that's
do
right. Yeah, you told
something.
me that before. Yeah.
Yeah, I love my. I really like the Niv-to-Light deck. I'm sure it's bad, but I really like it.
I don't know if it's bad, but I like it though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So looking at the board, we've got Path in the bin that must have been discarded to Liliana. And Tony is up at the front of his playmat. We are on round 2, Ledgeview. We are on round 2.
What's up, Ledgeview? Ledgeview, one of our greatest. Um, I think Tide Hollow Skull is resolving right now, and
Okay.
Tony's looking at the deck list to try to figure out what to take here because Cord and Devastated
Yeah, I
are
think
the
I'm taking
options.
Finale of Devastation in the dark or with between the two because Court
Hmm.
of Calling needs the Convoke.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Convoke is gonna make this basically only cast for 0 at the moment, or for 1, I guess, because he has a land in hand.
It does go under the Sculler. Good point. So that Finale of Devastation should not be in the graveyard.
True. All right. Let me. I doubt it's gonna matter, but I'll tell them. What's up, guys? So the finale is actually exiled under the Scholar for now. Just so
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Great.
Thanks.
cool. All right,
That is
cleared
a
that
really
up.
good point.
Thank you,
Island
Gothmog.
Delver Go. It is the in the name of the deck, so you're gonna pick that card.
That's true. Yeah. What other deck is like that? I guess Stoneblade, right? You thought
Stoneblade,
sees him and he has a
Titan
Stoneforge.
Shift. Yeah.
Titan Shift, true. Some decks just tell you what they're all about.
Mm-hmm. Doomsday.
Doomsday,
Yeah.
yeah. It's literally the name of the card.
All right. Looks like Court of Calling X equals 2. No, X equals 1.
Gotcha.
And that is a Noble Hierarch going immediately into the bin.
Yeah, why is it dead? I'm confused. Let's see if we get some clues
Oh,
here.
maybe it's blocking.
Let's ask him what just happened.
Yeah.
Play another Lily.
Oh, Jesus. Yep.
And I'll minus this one as well.
Yup.
What happened to the Hierarch?
Got Lily.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
He brought it into play in response to the activation, I think.
Gotcha. To save the Mother Runes. I get it.
Just
Yep.
save the Mother of Runes or the
Okay.
Giver of Runes, yeah. And
Okay, that makes more sense now.
Yeah, HC Fox. I guess it's not exclusively true
Yeah.
to discard the Hogak because it's in the deck name. You don't want to help him out too much.
Does anybody in chat want Hogak back in Modern? It's okay if you do. I'm always trying to find that one person who's like makes the case for it. Like, yes, Hogak would be great in Modern because.
I will remind you that made people play main deck Surgical Extraction. Decks that had no business playing main deck had to. No
All right.
Gak, agreed.
All right, the bringers of chaos in chat have spoken. Force of Phil and
Yeah.
Rockman.
Wow, third Lily here on Tony's side. He's gonna minus. So I think Lilies have, throughout the course of this game, gotten a Giver of Ruins, Noble Hierarch, kind of, Devoted Druid, another Giver of Ruins. I think it's a lot.
True. HC Fox also calling for calling for a unban of Ayavugan. I forgot Ayavugan was banned.
Oh
Actually,
man, yeah.
I forgot
Ayavugan died for Eldrazi Temple's sins.
about that. No, wait. Well, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Ayavugan probably deserved to go. Ayavugan's a pretty messed up card.
I guess it is, but I get both in my legacy deck, so I'm happy. Here's an activated Shambling Vent. So Tide Hollow Sculler is swinging in for 2, Shambling Vent for 2, and we got a couple of spirits for a total of 4. I'm afraid of artifact lands, Rockman. I have a pretty healthy fear of those in Modern. Maybe since Mox Opal's gone, we could maybe do it, but Emery's still seeing play, you know?
Well, since we have chat enthusiastically calling for chaos in Modern, we have Modern we have Modern Horizons 2 coming up in 2021, which 2021 is just a few days away, right, everybody?
Yeah.
So Modern Horizons 2 is coming midway through the year. And I know we could spend all night coming up with brand new cards that don't exist, but what cards that are not banned in Modern but are legal in Legacy, so cards that never existed in Modern, should they feed into Modern? Lotus Bloom. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Look at
okay. Yeah.
that. All right, Greg Mulliganing here. Trade Routes would be cool. Trade Routes is not in Modern?
No, because it's legal in pre-modern, right?
Oh, I
Oh, I
don't
guess
know.
it could be. It could
I thought it
be
was in like 8th edition or something.
reprinted.
Caracas getting a lot of votes. Would Caracas be messed up in Modern? Would it be ruining anything?
What? Yeah. Why do you guys want Caracas?
Yeah, I don't know why we want Caracas. That seems, I don't know.
I'm trying to think of like ridiculous legendary creatures
I feel like it
in
would only
modern,
just be,
and I must be missing something.
I don't know, preordained. But I think where we're gonna end up is they're gonna put like foil and like cards that are just not even playable in Legacy but are legal in Legacy, kind of thing,
Yeah, that would be nice.
into Modern. Retemplated
So,
Sylvan Library, please, not the original Sylvan Library.
Caracas Woodchuck Uro, and that seems like quite the solution for like a very now problem. Sorry. So
Yeah, kind
that's
of.
in.
Caracas also protects Uro though. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, it would just go in
Just
their
goes back
decks.
to hand, and they could do it again. That's kind of annoying. Stifle.
Stifle.
Stifle's a cool one. I don't know. I don't know how that would be. Mr. Fringe is
Noble into Vizier of Remedies.
Oh yeah.
Brainstorm
Good
in
start.
Modern would probably just would jump the power level too much, I think. Because Modern has fetches. That's my thought.
Stifle. Yeah, Stifle might be. I don't know. I'm not sure about Stifle.
I think Preordain might be okay. Because Preordain, at least in Legacy, is mainly played in those like combo decks that are really searching for specific cards.
I guess.
And I think it might be okay. Here's another
guess.
Vizier of Remedies. Swinging in for 4 with a double Noble Hierarch Invisible trigger. I believe is preordained just straight up banned. I'll check.
Oh, it must be. Yeah, I think it is banned. Ponder's
Oh,
banned
you're
too.
right, because it just yeah.
New
Yeah, it's
print. Well,
banned.
I'm talking about cards that are legal in Legacy, um, but have never been in Modern.
Okay.
I'm just talking to
What
chat. Yeah.
was Oh yeah. I want to unbanned like punishing Jund in modern, but that's not gonna happen.
Punishing Fire. Yeah, I forgot Punishing
hmm
Fire is banned in Modern.
Yeah, it's just banned.
I saw a list pop up recently with Counterbalance in Modern, and I was like, it blew my mind. I was like, wow,
Yes, it
Counterbalance is
is
in Modern and it's legal?
happening.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know that.
It's kind of like a thing.
For some
Yeah,
reason, it feels
putting
like
up
it's not legal.
results.
Yeah, exactly.
It
But I
looks
think
like,
of,
is that a Sword of Fire and Ice? Which
oh, it
is
is. Yeah. Wait,
interesting
I'm not familiar with these
target.
arts. That is Fire and Ice?
I think so.
I think you're right. Mox Diamond. Mox Diamond's on the reserve list. Fortunately, we won't see Mox Diamond in Modern. Grindstone and Goblin Welder are fun, but I think we got the fake Goblin Welder last time, right? Goblin Engineer or whatever. Oh, I think I lost Cathrine again. Why does this keep happening? Unfortunately, I lost you again. Oh, I still don't hear you. What is going on? Google Meet is not cooperating. Deck Faden would be fun.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you now. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, Google Meets, man. Google
Yeah.
Meets. I was saying no thank you to Goblin Welder.
Okay. No thank you to Goblin Welder. Yeah, we got the crappy Goblin Welder last time, so I think they're not going to give us another Goblin Welder this time.
Thanks for the follow.
Yes, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
Um,
Force feels excited for Dak.
Dak Faden. Yeah. It just play Royal Scions. It's just as good. It's
Royal
not.
Silence. I wanted Royal Silence to be a thing. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty bad.
Yeah, same. Oh, here's a walking ballista for 2.
I believe so.
Yep.
True name Nemesis. We learned
Nope.
that lesson already, Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some good picks from chat. Trying to think if there's any others that I would want.
hmm
Um,
I don't think Tinker would be good.
Tinker just seems like it would be all kinds of
Maybe
messed up.
it just well, okay. I think it would be very good. I guess is my point. It would be there's too many good targets. I think,
Yeah.
and I'd be happy if people don't tinker for ensnaring bridge.
Yeah.
I don't
I
want to worry
mean,
about that.
Blightsteel Colossus on turn 2 and
Is Blight,
all this
is
other
Blight
crap.
still illegal?
Blightsteel is definitely illegal. Yeah, I think so.
Ugh.
Standstill. So what I'm learning from chat right now is that really
hmm
everybody would play Modern if it just had more legacy cards. Um,
Well, that is what you asked, I guess, too.
yeah, and I feel you, chat. I feel you.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like the format that you proposed the other day, which was like dual land, less legacy.
Yeah, I think that's the future for sure,
hmm
especially after the pandemic. Um, Unfortunately, and we talked about this last week, a lot of people are selling their collections, relocating.
hmm
Um, you know, people are moving out of cities. At
Yeah.
least some people are. So, legacy, tabletop legacy is going to get shaken up quite a bit. And I think, without rehashing the whole thing again, what I was proposing was no reserve list legacy or turning modern into no reserve list legacy will be the future over the long
Mhm.
term. Anyway, many
Yeah.
things are happening in
Cabal
this game.
therapy.
Ooh, Cabal Therapy, yeah. Cabal Therapy might actually be pretty cool. We did get a crappy Cabal Therapy last time
Mm-hmm.
that didn't do it.
Mm-mm. Tide Howl Sculler is going to be getting an Oath of Nissa.
Yep.
Now, Tide Howler is, or Tide Howl Sculler is a 2/2. So if Greg is in enough of a bind, he could use Walking Ballista to kill one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe the plan is just to start pumping the Walking Ballista.
Wait. Is Town Hollow a 2/2 or is it 1/1? It's a 2/2?
It's a 2/2.
Oh, it is 2/2. Okay. Hmm. Therapy would be a disaster for modern? Oh. Reanimate.
Yep.
Reanimate.
Yeah. Reanimate. Ooh.
I don't know about that one. You might lose you might lose a lot of people with that one.
Goryo's Vengeance is, outrageously costly, but people still put that in decks in Modern.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people are in the position that Steve in chat is in right now, where he
Mm-hmm.
said he just finished. I'm assuming it's he because his name is Steve. But anyway,
Yeah.
uh, they finished their legacy deck at Magic Fest New Jersey. A couple of weeks later, everything shut down. Yeah, I that sucks.
Yeah.
I will say though, I think a lot of legacy staples will hold their value. Now, this is not an MTG Finance prediction. In no way, do not do anything with this information. But
Yeah.
Commander still uses a lot of those cards, so people will still want them. So
Mm-hmm.
don't throw them in the trash just yet.
Agreed. Vizier of Remedies coming in for an attack here for 2. Yeah. Followed by a Devoted Druid. Okay.
Yep.
So that was a good top deck
Yep.
that will allow the infinite mana next turn, if it lives, into Walking Ballista.
It is pretty important that. Well, two things. Not only does Tony need to remove that devoted druid this turn, but getting rid of the walking ballista will also be great.
Yeah.
Activating Stoneforge, putting in the Sword of Dungeons and
Fire and
Dragons.
Ice. Okay,
People miss
so
Faithless Looting.
if that Sophie
Anyway.
is able to connect, it's going to
Mhm.
be able to do 2 damage to any target, and it will, kill the devoted druid. The Tidehouse Scholars do not have flying, so they can't get in right now.
Yep.
Yeah, tough spot.
Um, 2, 4. Yeah, the thing is though, he's gonna get chump blocked no matter what here,
Yeah,
and that Sword of Fire and Ice isn't gonna shoot at anything. That's my prediction.
no, I don't think so. So Greg's going to take a second to read the Sword of Fire and Ice. I know I see Sword of Fire and all the swords played in EDH, so I'm a little more familiar with it. If you haven't seen it before, +2/+2, protection from blue and red. And if it deals combat damage, the sword deals 2 damage to any target, and then you draw a card.
Right. Ooh, what about Massacre to Modern? That'd be good right now.
Yeah, I don't think we should have very many more free spells in general.
I don't know.
I'm good. We can pass on those for a bit for me.
Toxic Deluge is an interesting one, actually.
Yeah. I'm actually a little surprised that's not legal.
It might have been too good in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of like what decks would fold to a Toxic Deluge. I mean, Greg's would. Toxic Deluge would be disgusting here.
That's a good point, Gothmog. We do have that snow version of
Mm,
Toxic Deluge for
yeah, I
snow
guess.
permanents. Yeah.
But like Toxic
Ooh,
Deluge,
the
you can pay
combo
any
with Death
amount of
Shadow.
life.
Yeah.
Pay any amount of life. But for Dead of Winter, you do have to have the snow permanents in play,
Right.
which is some cost, I guess.
Oh, excuse me. So that Noble Hierarch ended up chumping the Stoneforge.
Hmm. As expected.
Skyclave Apparition is the follow-up.
Yep. I see a baseball cap. I'm
So
assuming
that,
Devoted Druid's getting hit.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, Astrolab is banned. Toxic Deluge, though, in Modern, Burn is is the real deal in Modern. Burn will
This
keep
is true.
paying life for stuff in some amount of check. Put it that way. You're not going to put 4 Toxic Deluges in your main deck in Modern and get away with it.
Yeah. Greg really had to think about that, but that Skyclave Apparition did get the Devoted Druid.
Hmm.
And with Skyclave, you're not going to get it back. It's just going to, if the Skyclave disappears, it will become a 2/2 illusion, right?
Yep,
Yes,
exactly.
illusion.
I like the way you said the word illusion.
Yes, I've been watching Arrested Development.
Okay.
It's definitely a reference.
Um, I did Greg pass? No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Well, the Skyclave Apparition was on Tony's turn, and he has already attacked, so it must be passed back to Greg.
Right. Greg
Oath of
dropping
Nissa.
Oath of Nissa, formerly banned in Pioneer and then unbanned in Pioneer within like a
Yeah,
month.
yeah. Well, they did say they were going to aggressively do bans and unbans.
Yeah, no, they did. They did. I'm not
Hmm.
knocking them for it. Soothsaying in Modern.
Pyroblast? Wow, yeah.
Pyroblast is a weird one because of how it's worded, I should say. It's like
Hmm.
destroy target
Yeah,
permanent
to be
if
able,
it's blue.
if,
It's like
exactly.
very out of date wording. Swing in here. Kind of aggressive. Getting aggressive.
Yeah. But I guess, Tony can't really block with the Tide Howls because that will give tutors back.
Yep. Oh yeah, what's tucked under those? Let's refresh our memory. Devoted Devastation or whatever. Final Devastation.
Finale of Devastation and an Oath of Nissa. So I
Final
guess,
Destination. And Oath of
yeah.
Missile.
Hmm.
Alright, so Skyclave's gonna block.
Maybe. Mystic Sanctuary is one of my least favorite cards in a long time. If it was just not an island. But alas, it is.
I just want to live in a world where Dwarven Hall or whatever is legal, the red one that makes a dwarf token.
Hey, you might get it in Kaldheim because we've gotten a couple of dwarf
That's
spoilers.
true. That's true. We did. By the way,
And that is a tribe that we haven't really seen much from.
yeah, not recently, at least not since Kaladesh. Um, we're I'm just going off of what I'm seeing on the Reddits. There have been some wild leak spoilers or whatever about
Hmm.
Kaldheim. Have you seen this?
I have not. But
Oh, okay.
that Walking Ballista just chumped and then removed counters. So I think Greg is a 1?
Yeah, he's at one.
No, I've only followed the legit spoilers.
Okay. I mean, just browsing through Reddit, I saw the leak spoilers, which
Okay.
I don't want to get into all the leak stuff, but and the ethics and stuff behind it, but uh, if the leaks are true, they're nuts. Um,
Okay.
I'll just say that. Yeah, the new green black wolf looks really interesting.
I agree. I think there's going to be some opportunities to build around that a bit, and I'm looking forward to it.
Is that game?
Yeah, that's a swing in with a stone forge with a Sophie attached. Greg has a hand. He's going to chump with the Dusk Watch.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why he didn't swing also with the Skyclave.
Maybe not trying to give away an illusion.
Yeah.
Being at one life.
And then here's Lingering Souls and the flashback.
That's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah. Shambling Vent and say go.
That might have just won Tony the game.
I
That Lingering
think,
Souls.
yeah, so the out on top is probably going to be maybe Quarter of Calling?
All right. Steve says the leak is fake. I don't know. I saw some crazy stuff. I was just wondering if anybody else saw it.
No, I did
Anyway,
not. Sorry.
that's fine. Yeah,
That's a giver off the
you
top.
probably
I don't
shouldn't.
think that's going to get there.
Yeah, that Giver of Runes is not gonna do it. I don't think.
Can that Giver of Ruins? Yeah.
Oh no, we lost you again. Can you hear me? Apparently not. Let's try something else.
All
Are
right,
you
I'm
here?
back.
All right, you're
Yep.
back.
I do now have, at this point, landing from downstairs. We lost you again. I don't know. Google Meet's not happening.
Yeah, it's okay. Um, chat,
All right. Plague
chat now,
Engineer.
chat now, hoping we get some clowns in the new set. So that's where we are.
Clowns.
That's all you've missed.
No, thank you.
I don't even know
Alright.
what clowns would do as like a mechanic.
Phasing. They would phase.
That's kind of a clown ability, yeah.
Do I have the life totals wrong? I must have the
I'm
life
seeing it's
totals.
17-1 on
Oh,
Tony's.
yeah. I a little bit have them flipped.
Gotcha. Um,
Okay.
big attack there. I think put Greg down to 5, if I'm seeing correctly.
Rodeo theme set coming in 2025. Rodeo clowns. Flag bearers. They'll make. I think you guys are making a great unset.
Yeah, I think unset is where the designers in chat would most find some work. All right, looks like Tony got it,
All right,
right?
here's the scoop. Mm-hmm.
Let's tune to the players.